What's up, traders? Welcome to the trading channel and welcome to Structure-Based Trading episode 10. In this week's Structure-Based Trading video, we're going to be talking about how to use structure support and resistance on a higher time frame in order to start winning some trades. I'm going to be taking you guys through the market, and in these videos I like to point out the major and key levels of structure that I will personally be paying attention to for trading opportunities in an effort to help you not only understand how to read structure support and resistance from higher time frames like the daily and weekly chart, but also so that you can use these levels in your own personal trading if it's something you've incorporated into your trading plan. So if you want to make sure you're alerted each time we come out with these structure-based trading videos, then make sure you click the subscribe button here on YouTube below the video and click the little notification bell to make sure you're alerted when we come out with these videos. Today we're going to be discussing the euro dollar along with a few other major pairs. So if you're interested to know the key levels that I'm paying attention to on these pairs, then make sure to stick around through the intro and disclaimer, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright traders, so let's go ahead and start off today's analysis on the euro dollar. And let's talk about how we can use these key levels in order to win trades. Well, the first step in that is understanding how to point out these key levels of structure. Personally, I point these levels out on a daily chart, and that's because I use the 4-hour and 1-hour chart a majority of the time for my trading time frame. Those are the actual time frames where I look for my entry reasons. Now, if you're someone who trades on more of a long-term basis, maybe you take your entry reasons on a daily chart, then you may want to do this type of analysis on a weekly chart, and opposite for someone who's a day trader that trades on a 1-hour and 15-minute, you may want to start your analysis here on the daily or down on the 4-hour chart, at least when it comes to pointing out these key levels of structure that you're going to be looking for trading opportunities from. So how do we point out these key levels? Well, it's a pretty simple process. For me, the way I point out these key levels is I want to see a level in the market that's been respected multiple times. So I need to see a level of resistance or support that has been touched and reacted from by the market more than once. As you can see here, this top blue line represents a level of support we'll be waiting on the market to fall to for long opportunities, and we have two tests of that level where the market tested it and dropped. This bottom blue line has a very similar outcome. We have multiple times this market touched that level and fell from that level. So those two levels, although they were resistance in the past, as they can now become support. So those are going to be our major levels of support, and that's where we'll be looking for trading opportunities from. Now for resistance, we have a very similar situation. As I said in the beginning of the video, we are looking for levels that have been tested multiple times, but we also look for levels that stand out like a sore thumb. If you can look at these two levels with me, you'll see that the market reacted in a very major way from both of these levels. So because of that, they both represent major levels of resistance now, with the market pushing back into them. And last week, we actually pointed this level out as a level of resistance. And as you can see, the market did fall pretty well from that level. So now we have one step in the process of using these major and key levels of structure, support, and resistance in order to win trades. The first step in that process is understanding how to point these levels out. We just went over that. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is going to be having a proven to be profitable trading strategy that you've tested in historical data at these levels and that has been proven to give you an edge over the market, or proven to give you an advantage when you place that trade over and over for a long period of time. So in order to utilize both of those steps, what we do is wait for the market to get to the key levels we've pointed out, and then when the market does get to those key levels, we can use these key levels as potential trading zones. So once the market gets there, we're not actually placing trades, we're just waiting to see on our trading time frame if we get some type of entry reason, and the entry reason is a strategy that we've tested and has been proven to be profitable throughout historical data. Now what we're discussing here is a very advanced way of trading, and for those of you who are beginners, I'm sure that sounded very confusing. And if that's the case, then I would just suggest that you check out a couple of videos that I've done in the past that are more beginner friendly. I'll post some of those in the top right hand corner of your screen. And we also have an entire training program called the EAP that can help you out along your journey to becoming a professional trader. I'll link that in the description along with the top right hand corner of your screen as well. But for now, let's continue on this euro dollar pair. So for the euro dollar, what we're going to be looking at, so we're looking for this market to either push up and touch our resistance level at the 1.1891 area for shorting opportunities. So if we do something like this, we may be looking for a short trade on lower time frames there. And if the market pushes above that level, then we'll be looking for our next shorting opportunity at 1.204 in that zone. Now, as for structure support, if this market drops from here, or we retest this resistance level, then drop, what we'll be looking for support is the 1.161 zone. We'll be looking at that level for potential trading opportunities on lower time frames. And if we do break all the way through that level, then we'll be looking down here at 1.145 in that zone to place our next long trade if we get an entry reason, as I said, down on a lower time frame. So that's our analysis here on the euro dollar when it comes to the key levels of structure that I'll be paying attention to in the future for trading possibilities. Next, let's go ahead and head down to the Aussie dollar. So this is our next major pair, and here we did the same exact thing on this higher time frame when it comes to pointing out our key levels of structure, and we'll be waiting for the same type of things. We're going to wait for this market to either push up to resistance at 0.8063, and at this point our resistance level that was broken needs to be turned into support, or could possibly turn into support. So we change that line color to blue. And if the market pushes down from where we are now, then we'll be looking for our first support level at the 0.789 area. If we get some kind of entry reason at that area on a lower time frame, then we'll be looking to take this market long. And if we push below that, then we can look for our next level of support at 0.7808. And as I said, guys, we just pointed these levels out the same way we did on the euro dollar, and we'll be looking for specific strategies down here. If you're interested in learning some of those strategies, then I'll post a link in the top right hand corner of the screen and in the description below in order to do so. Now we also have to look at the next level of resistance. So if this market pushes up and gets beyond our 0.806 area, then we'll be looking for our next level of resistance at 0.8223. So those are the levels of resistance and support that we'll be looking at for trading opportunities here on the Aussie dollar. We're going to go ahead and try to squeeze one more pair into this video. Alright guys, so the last pair we're going to take a look at is the pound dollar. And on this pair, we actually had a cipher pattern completion that we pointed out last week, along with this blue level of structure that you see at the 1.2855 zone right here. And what I'm going to do is play you guys a clip from that video where we pointed out this level as a potential trading zone, and then I'll come back to discuss why we decided to actually enter this trade. So let's take a look at that clip. To end on a good note, guys, we actually do have an advanced cipher pattern here on the pound dollar. So for those of you who are advanced pattern traders and have this in your trading plan on the daily chart and on the pound dollar, it's actually putting in a pretty nice entry now down at lower levels to give you a better risk reward and right at that daily level of support. Not a bad looking trading opportunity. So guys, good luck in all your future. Alright guys, so now let's drop down to the 1 hour chart and check out how we actually took advantage of this trade. If you'll remember from earlier in the video, we've already got step 1 finished with this process. Remember, step 1 is figuring out these key levels of structure by looking back in the past and finding a level that's been touched multiple times by price and respected. So let's go ahead and move on to step 2, which is finding a strategy down on a lower time frame. If we go down to the 1 hour chart, and if we zoom in a bit and delete some of these drawing tools, as you can see, this period of consolidation began down here on this lower time frame right at our daily level of structure that we had pointed out. We had a support level that was tested multiple times, and here is our resistance level that was tested multiple times. So what we did was pretty simple. We just involved ourselves in a trade when the market pushed down and got close to this support level. Now, this is not a strategy that I use everywhere in the market, but when the market is up against a daily level of structure support or resistance, then utilizing a strategy like this can be beneficial. So we've already taken targets on this trade because we were pushing up into this level of resistance, and this trade ended up bringing us about 50 pips of profit. So that's what we were looking at in the past here on the pound dollar. That was in hindsight. Now let's check out what we're going to be looking for in the future for the pound dollar. Zoom back out to the daily chart, and I'll go ahead and delete this cipher pattern for now. Alright, so the levels of structure support we'll be paying attention to here on the pound dollar. Of course, we're already here at the level of support we've been bouncing off of and that we had a trade from at the 1.2846 level. But if this market decides to drop from here and goes below that level, then our next level of structure support is at the 1.2769 area. And if we push up from this level, the place we'll be looking to short the market here on the pound dollar is the 1.3056. If we get above that, then we'll be looking for long trades all the way up to the 1.3227 level, where we'll be looking for our counter trend short trade opportunities. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope it brought you value, and if it did, then please don't forget to click that like button for us to support the channel. If you'd like to receive other free educational content from us that we do not offer here on YouTube, such as a free butterfly pattern tutorial for those of you who are interested in advanced patterns, and one of my own potential trade setups each week, then head over to thetradingchannel.net. There'll be a link in the description below, and sign up for our email list. If you're new here to the Trading Channel, then don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube as well, so you're alerted when we come out with other free educational content. I wish you guys the best of luck in all your future trades, and I'll talk to you next time.